Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. This week,
We're talking Simcoe hops.
For an open window on a crappy world, Max and Chris from Ups and Brews. Ups and Brews. Welcome to Ups and Brews.
Alright, so this week we're going to be talking about Simcoe hop, which is one of the most popular hops to brew pale ales, IPAs, and generally hoppy beers. Now, Chris, where is this hop from? What's the story behind this?
From the Yakima Valley. Back in the year 2000s, a guy named Charles E. Zimmerman developed in Yakima Valley, developed a new hop, which is Simcoe. And what they had in mind when they first started off is to take Cascade, which was in US a very popular hop back in the day, and make it stronger, better, and faster in every single way possible. So it turned out to...
So Chris,
Yeah.
when you say stronger, better, faster, what song comes to mind?
It's a Daft Punk song.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You could have said another artist who took samples of that song.
I know, and
But I'm happy you went with Daft Punk. Anyways, please continue.
That other artist, I don't really like him, so that's why I'm not mentioning him. So that's all good with that. I love his old
I
stuff.
can't
So
remember. Is it Jay-Z? Is it
no, it's Kanye West.
who?
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Okay.
Kanye
Okay,
West.
perfect.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Kanye West.
I wasn't sure. Again, I don't really listen to his stuff. I just remember that one song. Anyways, please continue.
So back in the year 2000, Simcoe is created. It's mostly like a test top, but like I said, it's better in every single way. It grows much better than Cascade. It yields a lot more hops per crop. So it kind of like grew very fast in the Yakima Valley. So fast that in 2013, it was second in the most used hop in beer, right behind Amarillo. And in 2014, the brewery that was using the most of it was Brewdog. So I'm pretty sure they were using it probably in their Punk IPA. If I remember of the flavor profile, it was showcased in this one. You get a little bit of that pine, but also nice citrus tones. So mostly Simcoe is Cascade on steroids, but also Max. That's my transition on that. It's a very flexible hop. You can use it in every single way you're brewing. So Max, how do you see Simcoe on your brewing end?
Yeah, so it would be considered a dual-purpose hop. In the sense that it's humulone and humulone is a little higher, co-humulone a little lower. Co-humulone usually gives off some harsh bitterness. This one doesn't have a lot, so you have a very smooth bitterness for it. Although, as much as it is dual purpose, I don't really know any brewery who uses it as a bittering. Mostly price-wise, there's other cheaper hops to use when you want to use bittering in your beer, especially for a hop that's very aromatic like this one, herbal, floral, piney. It is a great hop. Now let's talk about Cascade first. It's a very interesting. Let's bring everything back to Cascade because it is the best hop out there. Anyways,
Best.
I'm not biased at all. Not biased at all.
Oh, we're just not growing that at our HQ, right? It's
Yeah. No, it's not biased. Not biased. Cascade is a fantastic hop, and ironically enough, it also is the base of a lot of those restricted hops. We're talking about Simcoe, talking about Citra. They all in Centennial not restricted, but still very much the successors to the Cascade, which was there first, which is really interesting. But yeah, Simcoe, great hop to use. Very, very piney. I don't... Like again, India Pale Ales, double IPAs, that's pretty much what you're going to see this one in. Yeah, I don't know. What else could I say about this? What other questions do you have about this?
mostly like it has a high concentration. I know price-wise, it's not something that stands out very often. Like a lot of brewery, like it, even though it's one of the first kind of like hyped hops that we saw on the beer market, it's still very expensive. Like easily compared to Citra, Galaxy, Amarillo, which they all keep super higher prices. And I think it's kind of like the conversation I want to get going around those prescripted hops, or the hops that you're not allowed to grow back at home because they're restricted. Don't make that. Don't do this. I know business wise it's very good, and to save the species it's very good too. But
it's not just business. That's where. Okay, so a couple of years ago, there was these 3 hop yards in Quebec that did this test with the Cascade. They grew Cascade in each of those farms, and then they compared the alpha acid contents, the flavors, and pretty much everything in the hop. What they discovered is that of those 3 farms that were relatively close, they had 3 completely different hops. Or they were close enough, but it's the citrus was higher in one, the alpha acids were higher in the other, and the way they went around this is by blending those 3 farms together to be able to have a consistent hop. Okay. We can talk terroir for a second as well, where in vineyards, where the grape is grown is extremely important. That's where you can guarantee a certain consistency in your wine. Same thing is true with hops. So that's where you hold the whole restriction on growing Simcoe, Citra, Azacca, Amarillo, and all of those comes from. It stems from a sense of keeping the hop as pure as possible, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, you're also restricting. I mean, who knows? Maybe that hop would grow great in Ontario or great in Quebec. I don't know. Who knows, right?
Maybe it would grow great up north.
Similar soils. Yeah, maybe because you planted it up north instead of doing it in California or in Yakima, you actually get more alphas from it, or you actually get more piney flavors from it. I would like to see the industry move more towards that. Be very open with, hey, this hop was grown in this area. There's a couple examples, like Cascade, that is grown in, I think it's Vermont. Is usually a lot more citrusy than anywhere else.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool when you can get your hands on there, but naturally, you can't always guarantee where it's from. And usually it's going to be a blend of a bunch of different kinds of hops. I know at the college right now, we have a bunch of fresh Cascade that was pelletized that we grew on site, and it is more citrusy than your bought Cascade. So there's something to be said about controlling where it's grown, but there's also ways to, just help the industry improve.
I think it's a good way to put that out, because you can easily improve the industry and improve hop growing in general. Like, just not play with the same varieties every single time. To sum things up real quick, I have a few stats that I want to share real quick. Mostly about the flavors you can find in there. Like, there's a very extensive list of flavors you can find with Simcoe. I'm gonna read them so it's gonna be a lot easier and I don't mess it up. Berry, apricot, passion fruit, citrus. But like Max said, also pine is really present in this hop. I love West Coast IPAs with this hop. Stats wise, if you're a geek, acid alpha composition usually rounds up around 12 to 14%, and beta acids are compared to 4 to 5%. I think that's it for Simcoe. It rounds it up pretty well. I can't wait to get some Simcoe at the HQ. Can we make this happen? Should we?
Sure. Get some Simcoe, grow it? We can't grow it.
Well, we'll try to make it happen. Like YCC, is it YCCH? YCH? The hop growers, the big ones, back there in Yakima.
Yeah.
YCH, if you're watching, would love to try it. Just grow it. We won't sell it, guaranteed. But just want to try it.
If you like this video, please subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends. We'll see you guys in the next episode.